They was disgusting. Oh my god. No, that's not my advice. Oh, it's hot. Hi guys, I'm finally back on YouTube. And for my first video back, I thought that it was perfect timing because it's September, people are going to uni, first years, second years, and this is like an advice video, mainly for first years, but I guess it can relate to like second years as well, and it's just advice and things I wish I knew before I went to uni. So I'm just going to do like a quick backstory. So when I went to uni, I've just graduated, but when I went 3 years ago, I went with a friend from back home that I knew from sixth form, and we lived literally in the same campus, like buildings were like 2 minutes apart from each other, and it was really fun. And yeah, so I did know someone when I went to uni, but this is like advice for people that don't know anyone. Honestly, Freshers Week will be the best time of your life. It is so fun. There's events on every single night. It's just nice to get to know people and things like that. But so my advice for Freshers Week is you're gonna meet so many people. There's gonna be flat parties if you're staying in a campus. There's gonna be flat parties and stuff like that, and you will literally meet people and you will never see them again. So don't get like thinking that whoever you're friends with in Freshers Week is gonna be your friend throughout the year, because I remember meeting so many people in Freshers Week and I didn't even see them for the next 3 years in uni. Like I don't even know if they go to my uni, because people are on different courses. So yeah, you'll just meet so many people and you'll never see them again. So there's gonna be like fairs and societies, and I always see people on YouTube say that you should join as many societies as possible, which is a good advice, but if you're a person that can make friends easily, you don't really need to join societies. That's mainly for people that are like quite shy and reserved, and if you're that type of person, then I'd say join societies. There's societies for literally everything. There's like religious societies, sports societies, music societies, like literally anything. So you could do that and like get to know people. Like I said, I went to uni with a friend from back home, so I wasn't really bothered about making other friends like that, because I knew that I had my friend, so we had each other, which can be bad because you do want to meet new people. I'm a quite outgoing person, so I made friends on my course, and she made friends on her course, which was perfect for us, but we had each other. But yes, join societies. It's not really necessary. I joined the netball society, no, volleyball society, and I literally went to about two or three weeks of it and didn't make any friends there. I didn't really like it and I never went again. So it's not a commitment, you don't have to go, so you can sign up and then if you like it you can go, if you don't like it you don't have to go, so you might as well just join. Second advice is a student union. So most unis have student unions where they post like what's going on in the uni, in the campus, events and stuff like that, which is so good for meeting people. I didn't go to my student union. It wasn't my kind of thing, so we never really went. But if I was wanting to find friends and events and things to do, then you go to the student union. There's literally everything, like advice for anything, so that's really good. So my next piece of advice would definitely be to enjoy first year to the max. Literally live your best life, girls, boys, literally just anyone, just live your best life, because after that, that's when it starts getting stressful and serious. First year was my best year, my favorite year. I would go back to it within a click. Like if you asked me if I wanted to go back to first year and relive that, I would do it all over again. It was the best year ever, and I just think you need to make the most of it. Don't take uni too seriously, which is kind of bad advice, but like if you want to go out on a weekday and you have a lecture the next day, don't feel like you can't go out, because I'm not giving bad advice, I promise, but because it's just not serious at all. First year is just like, you do want to get good grades and you can do, but don't feel guilty if you miss a couple of lessons, because honestly in the next 2 years those are crucial lectures and stuff, whereas in first year it's not that deep if you miss it. So just make the most out of your first year. Just literally live it up. If you don't like partying, just like do whatever you enjoy, I'd say, in first year, and make friends, hang around with friends, all of that. Next, I would say is, it's advice that sounds really stupid, but a lot of people tend to forget to do this, which is to get to know the city that you're in. So for instance, I went to Manchester, and I had never been to Manchester before, and I'm a person that likes to walk, and I'm very visual, so when I walk I remember the ways and stuff, but it's to get to know where you're going. For instance, I have friends that don't even know the city centre, like how to get to it, which is so, to me, is mind-boggling. Like, how do you not know how to get to the city centre? Like, it's so easy, but you just need to know your way around, and that way it's easier, you won't get lost. Like, just get to know your way around in the first few weeks is the best thing to do. That's the best piece of advice that I can give. Get to know the bus routes, which goes to where. If your lectures are off campus, get to know how to get there and back, and yeah, that's honestly the best piece of advice that I can give. So next I'll be talking about lectures and uni work. The first advice, well, information kind of thing that I'm going to tell you is that the first 2 weeks of uni are boring. Literally all the lectures are introductions and introductions to the module and introductions to the course and getting to know people on your course. So the first 2 weeks, be prepared to just not really do any kind of work, but I would say just attend and get to know people and mingle with the people on your course. The one piece of advice that is the most crucial in this part is to make a friend on your course, because if you're not in, or if you have group projects, you want to be with the person that you're more familiar with. And for instance, if you miss a lecture, they can tell you what you've missed, or if you're not going in, you can get them to sign you in. Make friends on your course is so essential, and they will make the years fly by, and when it gets to hard work, you can all work together. I had a group of friends in uni and we all did work together and met up when we had assignments due and stuff like that. So make friends on your course is essential. Next piece of advice that I'm going to say is that your first year at uni isn't important whatsoever, but emphasis on the but, the work is completely different to sixth form or college or whatever. So it's very independent. If you get given a piece of homework, most of the time they won't really check who's done it, so that's on you, which can seem kind of good, but it's really not, because when it comes to assignments, you are on your own. No one's gonna remind you that there's a deadline. No one's gonna tell you how to do it. It's very on your own. I remember asking my teacher, like, oh, so they were talking about an assignment, and I was like, so when should we start it? They're like, whenever you want. And I was like, but like when? And they're like, well, it's due in April, so you can just start whenever. And I was like, okay, so you're not gonna help me, like tell me what I'm gonna do? So it's very like, do it yourself, read the module thing and just do it. So yeah, the work is very different to sixth form. It's kind of like a big jump, because sixth form you're still getting told off, you're still getting told what to do and how to do it, and people are like, teachers are still on your back about work, whereas here no one cares. If you don't show up, no one cares. If you don't do the work, no one cares. It will be on you. Like I said before, make the most of your first year, because after that the next 2 years will be stressful. The work literally like piles on top of you and hits you like a brick in the face, because first year I thought, oh my god, this is okay, it's not too hard. Second year I was lost, and third year I was so stressed I literally wanted to drop out. Next piece of advice will be, when you have something to hand in, so I don't know how it works, if it was the same for every single uni, but mine had, we had to hand it in online at a specific time, and it was 4 p.m. every day. Whenever the deadline was 4 p.m. So do your work on time, and try and plan. Most of the time the unis will tell you in advance when your deadlines are. So when you begin a module, they'll tell you what the assignments are, and they'll tell you the dates, and that's it. You won't really be speaking about it again. So remember that, and just do your work on time, because if you don't turn it in, you have to resubmit in summer, and that's just long. And if you submit it late, you lose marks, which is unnecessary. So yeah, just make sure you do it and send it an hour before the deadline, because sometimes it's online, the website can crash and stuff, so you don't want that to happen. Next piece of advice is use the library and the resources that are given to you, because use me as an example. I used the library once in first year, which was to use the printer to print off tickets for a night out. So yeah, great. And literally I did not know anything about the library, and it was on campus. Just go to the library, honestly. It's a good environment to do your work. Everyone's working. There's so many books, there's so many guideline things to help you to do your work. Just use it, because don't be dumb like me. Don't not use the library, because it's there for a reason. Just go to it. Honestly, it's so easy. It's relaxed. Like, don't know why I didn't do it. So do that. And lastly, if you don't like your course or your modules, change them in first year, or as soon as possible, to be honest, because first year, like I said, it doesn't really matter. So if you don't like your course, change it ASAP. Like, for instance, I did broadcast journalism, and there's so many times that I wanted to change into just TV and radio instead of broadcast journalism, which I didn't actually go ahead and change, which I'm glad now. But yeah, if it's subjects like that, obviously I don't think you can change. If you're doing maths and you want to do art, like I don't know how it works. But if it's something that's similar, change it as soon as possible. They're quite lenient with that. Okay, so next we're going to talk about food shopping. It sounds a bit like, why is she telling us about food shopping? But here's some advice for you. Do not use the student shop. Like, okay, if you live on campus, usually there's always a student shop. Well, mine did anyways. There's a student shop and it's right around the corner, so it's the most convenient. And the prices are so high. They're not student prices, so they literally, like, they're scams. They scam you, so don't go there. Next thing is online food shopping, which I had never done before uni. I don't know if it's just me, but I had never done that, and it literally gets delivered downstairs. You don't have to go anywhere, and it's just so convenient. You don't have to walk anywhere. You can deliver it, you can choose the slots that they come, and yeah, easy. So the next thing is share with your flatmates. I think that's just easy, like everyone knows this, but milk, sugar, butter, what else? Milk, sugar, butter, tea, things that you won't really use every day. Salt. Just buy one and share it with the whole flat. So on Freshers Week you'll get loads of like discount codes and stuff like that for foods. And for instance, Domino's, we always did this. If you get 2 for Tuesdays and you share it between the flat, it comes to like £4-5 each. Like if there's 6 people in a flat, it's literally so cheap. So take advantage of that, because after first year or second year, you don't know who you're going to be living with. If you live by yourself, it's just so expensive, so just take advantage of that. Finally, for the food, it's to try and stay healthy, because first year a lot of people don't know how to cook. If they do, they just eat like junk food. Like I gained so much weight in first year, which was a joke, but I was just eating beans on toast and pasta and pizzas every day, so I was not having a healthy, balanced diet. But yeah, just try and stay healthy. Just try and eat some fruit, like even down to fruit. Just eat fruit and veg, or just try and be a bit healthy, because you don't want to gain all of that weight for first year. On to the next topic, flatmates. This is my favorite topic, because I had the worst experience with flatmates in first year. Oh my god, I had to change flats because I had like a big argument, disagreement, whatever you want to call it, with one of the girls in my flat, and then they moved me to an all-guy flat, and I was the only girl. And when I say, they was disgusting. Oh my god. people, like, do you not get raised in a house that's clean? Do your parents not teach you how to clean after yourselves? Listen, keep your utensils and stuff to yourself, because people, like, you don't know who you're gonna live with. And like my first flat, for instance, they were all nice. No one really used each other's plates and stuff like that, which was good. And that's the only thing that I liked about that flat. No one ate your food, no one used your plates, used your cutlery, and that was the good thing. Now my second flat, I had my plates, my cutlery, my bowls, my cups all in my room, because those guys were so nasty. They did not wash, like they did not do the washing up for like since they moved there. I think I had to put bleach all over them dishes because they needed to wash that. It was disgusting. So yeah, and there was not a chance that they was going to use mine, so keep that to yourself. Yeah, so don't really trust them, like your flatmates. Like obviously you can end up with lovely people like yourself, and you can really get on with them, but there's also, because uni, there's people from all around, all different age groups, all different people, and you don't know what they're like. So when you leave the flat, always lock your door for your bedroom, because you don't want people going through your stuff. You don't want like your stuff getting lost. That's like the worst. Do socialize with your flatmates, of course, because you could really get on with them. Like my first flatmates, some of the people were really nice, and that's like friendships that you can grow into forever. Don't just lock yourself away. But if you don't get on with them, then, you know, just distance yourself and keep yourself to yourself, and that's it. I really hated living with people. I did it in first year, and then I said never again, because I just had the worst experiences. But it just depends what kind of person you are. If you like living with people and if you enjoy it, you might even go on and live with the people you lived with in first year. That just depends. The next topic is financial tips, which is probably the most important one, because you're gonna get a student loan, like I said, and it's the first time. There's gonna be so many discount things. You're gonna want to spend your money on clothes, food, and you just want to go all out. But honestly, the first piece of advice is, if the student loan money isn't enough and your parents are not giving you money, get a job in first year, because that's the 1 year that you can kind of work and balance uni life, and it's easy. It's not really too hard. I worked 21 hours, which is basically like almost full-time in first year, and I didn't really find it hard to keep up with uni. It was just easy, and I had a lot of gave me a lot of extra money to go and spend on what I wanted, not just rent and food. So that was really good. What I would say is, what I did, I made a budget for each week for myself that I could spend, and I would track everything that I spent, and I would keep receipts. So I'd do a weekly food shop, I'd keep the receipt, I'd write it down. So I had like a notebook like this one, and I wrote down every day what I would spend my money on, and basically see how much I had left of every week. If I had enough left, I'd transfer it over to the next week, or put in my savings account, which is like, I'll talk about that in a bit. But honestly, keep track of your money, budget your money, because you do not want to run out, and it's so easy to run out when you're out drinking, you're out partying, or you just lose focus of how much you're spending. Just write it down. It's gonna really be helpful if you write everything that you spend down. Bus tickets, like if they're £5 and stuff, just write it down so you know exactly how much you're spending each week. Track it down, and then it'll be a lifesaver, because you would not run out of money from your student loan, because you know how much you're gonna get. So just divide that into how many until the next one, and then you use it like into each week. And then the next piece of advice is to take cash out every week. So for instance, if you are spending 100 a week, if that's what your budget is, 100 a week, take 100 out and don't use your card, so that you physically see how much you're spending. So when you have 100 and you see it go down, you can see how much you're spending a week. Whereas when you're tapping your card, it's just so easy to just like lose track and just tap away, and then next thing you know, you spent 150 in like 2 days. But honestly, just take money out, and then obviously if you still need it, if you've gone over and you still need it, you can use your card, but you don't really want to go over budget. It's not, yeah, just try not to. And then the last tip is save some money, because you need to pay for deposits for flats. So save your money, because if you're just using student loan and you've not worked and you've not put aside, how are you going to put a deposit down for the house for the next year? And a lot of times deposits are like £500–600 upwards, and you need to have that on the side. Unless your parents can help you out with it, then that's fine. But if you know that you're doing this on your own and the help of student loan, then yeah, put some money aside for deposits, for rent. A lot of times when you rent from student places, they ask you to pay like a month up front. So yeah, do that. Okay, so this is the last piece of advice for financial things. If you have a car and you drive and you live on campus, do not bring your car to uni. It's unnecessary. You don't need to. Everything's so close and you'll just be spending money on petrol for absolutely no reason, and it's not crucial. The most you need your car for in first uni is literally moving in and moving out. That's the only time you'll need your car, unless, I don't know, you're traveling and stuff. But just don't really need your car, and you'll just be saving a lot of money, because car parks campuses are so much more expensive. But yeah, so just make sure to save some money for the next year. And yeah, honestly, that is the best piece of advice I can give you. Save some money. It doesn't have to be like a lot, just save at least 500 to the side for the next year. It'll help you out so much, and you'll realize it when you use it when you're in need. First year, just have fun, just live your best life, be you, try and find yourself. This is the best time to find yourself and who you are, what kind of person you are, what you like, what you don't like. You're living by yourself now, so you get to know a lot of things about yourself and being independent and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can think about, like advice to give you guys for first year. Just enjoy yourself. That is literally what I keep repeating, because I had the best first year and I want everyone to experience that, and I would literally relive that year again if I had the chance. It was just the best. So just do that, enjoy yourself, live your life. If you don't like going out, spend time with friends, go out for food, enjoy nature, see a new city, travel, get into the next year, and then put your head down, because first year is the only year you will have so much free time to do whatever you want and spend time to doing what you enjoy. And that's the best piece of advice I can give. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like doing videos like this, because uni was so fun for me and I love like reminiscing about it. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below and I will answer everything. Good luck if you're going to uni. Have fun, enjoy yourself, and yeah, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave comments down below and everything. And yeah, I will definitely see you in the next video. I will now be regularly posting. My aim is once a week now, so once I drop this video, I've already got a next video coming up, so don't worry, I am here to stay this time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you in the next one.